Good evening, guys. Welcome to another video. Tonight I want to show you something very interesting. 3 days ago I purchased BIOS programmer from a guy who was selling this kind of things. I was able to repair my motherboard because I didn't show you in my previous video, and I was very surprised by the utility of this tool. Let me show you how it looks closer. It only came in the anti-static bag. It has another connection here, and also here there is another PCB. I will explain afterwards what it does. So the programmer BIOS looks just the way you see it, like here. It has a chip right here, and here you can also install the chips that are available for the Asus, for the 1155 and the other motherboards that I've seen that is working using the 8-fit. So yeah, and afterwards you're gonna have to lock using the this bracket in order to retain the chip inside. So let me. Okay, let's talk about the PCB. The PCB right here, there are chips on the BIOS, BIOS chips, pardon, from different type of manufacturers, and of course these chips are different somehow. So right here we do have 1 and 0 as shown here, 1 and 8, pardon, 10, 16 and 9, pardon. Yeah, so all you have to do is just remove from the motherboard the chip that is involved and put it here. The same thing goes for the smaller chips. The same, they are very similar with the Gigabyte 8514. It does show you exactly how to install the chip on the PCB, and using the hot iron you can also put it right here in this spot. This one in the middle are made for the connections, so we do have these ones right here. So every time you want to use it, all you have to do is just insert this one here or down according to the programmer on each side, and in our cases will be here. So but with this fit going from the bottom to the top, you see, in this area. So all the time it has to be on the sides without the middle ones. So anyway, because in here it will be installed the chip, the BIOS chip. Yeah, and I'm going to show you. There is a Gigabyte motherboard that I have right here. So let me show you this chip. This chip will be installed in the spot that I'll show you earlier. This one. Of course, it has 8 feet, but all you have to do is just remove it from here. Yeah, this motherboard Gigabyte, of course, it has some pins that are defective, but I did manage to fix it up, and right now it's working. But although the second slot of the RAM, it doesn't work properly, I'm not sure. I believe there is a problem with the NOT bridge, who knows. But the pins, I can assure you that is they're all straightened up, and yeah. Anyway, there is a program, however, that you can run. I will have in my description the program that is needed for. Let me focus here and show you on my computer. Sorry about the mess, but I just wanted to show you guys. Okay, so this is the program that I was telling you about. I did use it and revived my motherboard. I have down here on my desk there is another motherboard. I will show you exactly. So these are the settings that you have to do. So all I did was just after I'm installing this into the USB of the computer, all you have to do is just detect, and afterwards, or you can use it by chip search. Of course, it's very important that to pay attention to something else. Let me show you on another motherboard that I'm having right here. Okay, so the BIOS chips will be here in this area. Sorry about the flickering. Okay, in this area. So the Asus, normally the 1155, of course, is using the mag sometimes. So if you're gonna zoom in more, the MXIC, and of course it has down. If you pay attention, if you're paying attention, it does have a serial number right here. The ones that start with M. Sorry about the movement. MX2 or something. Of course, you can pause the video and see exactly what I mean with the M. So what you have to do is just remove the chips and the chip and install into the programmer. Of course, if it's faulty or not. I only used this one in up right here in this area, not down. But it's very important to pay attention to another aspect, that when you're installing into the programmer, there is a mark right here into the middle of the chip. You see right here. So this mark you'll be installing in here, right here, but with the mark using to the right side, not to the left side. So this spot, it has to go up into the into the programmer, but facing to the right side, not straight, like you see into the motherboard. So yeah, it's quite strange, but yeah, this is how I managed to. Otherwise, the programmer will not read your chip. Yeah. So what can I say? I was very pleased because it did save me from a lot of money, and yeah, it's this BIOS chip, this BIOS programmer is very interesting and is very easy to use. Yeah. Now let me show you something else. I will turn off the computer, and then we're gonna focus on the Asus that I have right here, the motherboard. Okay. Now, okay. So what we have right here is the Asus. This is brand new, by the way. It did came when I purchased several years ago. It did came with the faulty BIOS. So what we have right here is the Asus P8 P67. There is no Pro, no Deluxe, nothing. I paid this one more than 150 euros back then, and of course it was brand new. It also has the stickers right here, you see, and here. So this motherboard, I couldn't return, and I couldn't get a refund or return the motherboard for the RMA. But what I can tell you that the BIOS was destroyed. I mean, I don't know how, but anyway. So what I did, I just removed the chip last couple of days and installed it here into the programmer. So it did work. One very interesting aspect about this Asus motherboards, of course, you can use the dump into the programmer to use it. Because all you have to do is just without having the risk of destroying the motherboard, because the dump files, I mean the original files, is very important for the motherboards to work. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use it. But in this case, I didn't need the dump BIOS, but I did save it in a folder. So I did took the BIOS from the original BIOS from the website, from the Asus website, and download it, and afterwards I just use the write from the use the program, and of course I just used the stick in order to flash within your BIOS. And of course I'm going to make a demonstration so you guys can see what I'm. Okay, right. Now all I have to do is just turn on the motherboard. Sorry, but I wasn't prepared for this yet. And let me power on. So the motherboard did post correctly. Of course, it doesn't has the. It has 1 gig of RAM. It has the Celeron. No bootable devices found. And now we're gonna go to the BIOS so you guys can see exactly what I'm. Okay, so we do have the UEFI BIOS. I can use this motherboard with my i5 in the near future. I look forward to it. And yeah, what can I say? Let's go to the advanced. And of course it has the latest revision of the BIOS. The revision of the BIOS is this one. 3602. And the version is the, no, pardon. This was the BIOS information, and for the BIOS version is the is made by 1101 2012, and if you'll pay attention to the website, it is the latest BIOS that the Asus used for this motherboard. Yeah, so in the end I find it very of course I find it very useful. You guys can also use this tool at home for repairing your laptops or your desktop ones according to your preferences. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and please, if you have any questions, put them in my comments. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.